Hey everyone, it's Mojaxx back in the DJcity UK lab, and today we're talking about Portablism once again. I've got a whole bunch of new stuff to show you. Let's get to it. So first up we have a review of the Kutter fader from Stokyo in Japan. This is a very affordable option with a street price of around about $60. It's a compact design, very nicely put together with a surprisingly solid feel. It cuts in the traditional way, with each channel cutting out on the opposite side, which means you can use it with two turntables for juggling, although you can also set the second input to through mode, and there's a hamster switch too. I got Richie Roughtone to give the unit a workout when he was in town helping me review the new Raiden fader recently, and he was very impressed with its performance. Whoa. What? Unlike the new Raiden with its inner fader inside, the Kutter doesn't have any fancy contactless technology. The fader itself is pretty standard. That means eventually you'll need to get inside and give it a good clean, although that does mean it doesn't need any power and allows it to be sold at such a bargain price. Overall, the Kutter is a great addition to the range of portable faders on the market, and it will be an ideal first upgrade from, say, the scratch switch on the PTO1 Scratch if you want to expand your options. Every time we post a video about Portablism, I get people asking me where they can find 7-inch battle vinyl. Well, it's getting easier as the movement grows, but often they are still pressed in limited runs, and the postage might make some of them cost prohibitive depending on where you are in the world. These are some of the ones I've picked up recently, starting with Richie Roughthone's own Practice Yell Cuts Volume 3, his second 7-inch release. You won't find this one anymore, but I just had to show it to you because it's completely unique. Raiden's Magnum Breaks, a 5-inch record. Ugly Mac Beer has the Han series of records, which should be particularly easy to find in Europe. Japan's DJ Shin and Spin Master A1 have this Ninja 7, which has a lot of great spoken samples. DJ Claims Arturo Cuts has a bunch of dope loops on the flip side. That one is coming from France. And this is DJ JS1 Scratch Roulette. Large hole and pressed at 45 RPM. This one is pretty unusual. And finally from Canada we have DJ Brace's Close Cuts, which has been pressed in a bunch of different colours. A lot of these are sold directly, so you'll have to keep your eyes on social media, but many online record stores carry a bunch of this type of release, even if it is only in limited numbers, so they're out there, you just have to dig a little. Another question people ask regularly is how to get DVS incorporated into their Portablism setup. Well, it's pretty simple really. The portable turntables from Newmark and Vestax are effectively regular turntables, just with line level preamps on them. So switch the inputs on your audio interface or mixer to CD or line and you'll be good. You might need to adjust the output level on the deck and the calibration in the software, but once you do, it's smooth sailing. In this setup, I'm running the output of the PTO1 into deck 1 input on my SL3, then running both Serato DJ decks out into either side of the Stokyo Kutter. That allows me to scratch with one side and run beats into the other. There's no way to get the DVS signal in and out of the PTO1 Scratch without some serious modding, so you'll need an external fader and speaker for that if you want to use it with DVS. Besides the promo-only 7-inch control vinyl for Serato software, there have been some official pressings available to buy. This one is from a double pack by Adrian Young and Ghostface Killer. Nice design, but being a picture disc, it is a bit heavy. A-Track and Fool's Gold Records recently released his Parallel Lines track on a clear 7-inch with the Serato control signal on the B-side, and at the time of making this video, some stores might still have some stock of that one. And these are a few years old now, but Jazzman Records in the UK released this Mr. Clean Funk track, again with the Serato control tone on the flip. If you can't get hold of those, or if you want to DIY your own, the option is there to get cut down 12-inch Serato vinyl. This can only be used in relative mode, and you don't get quite as long as on the official 7-inch pressings, but they work perfectly well. I cut a few down myself with varying levels of success and a few write-offs, so it might be easier to buy them pre-cut. This one is by the guys at 7-inches.uk, who offer machine-cut Serato control vinyl in a bunch of colours, and I'm very impressed with their handiwork. They're ideal for anyone buying in Europe. If you're in the US, then openformat.la is the place to go, judging from the feedback I've heard. It is possible to DIY or buy cut down tractor control vinyl as well and use it with that software, but the trouble is on those, the run out grooves are really quite long, so you only really get about 2 minutes of playback time. Not ideal. Serato seems to be the best option for this setup. One final product to look at quickly before we wrap up, and we're talking slip mats. For a while now, my preferred setup for spinning 45s in general has been a baby butter rug from Thud Rumble with an original Dr. Suzuki donut on top. The grippy donut sticks to the butter rug and the whole lot slips nicely. Well, now Dr. Suzuki have the cut-in donuts, which do largely the same thing but in one package. They still have a thinner section in the middle which helps balance out dished vinyl, and the base is basically the same as their tablecloth slip mats. Super slippy and perfect for cutting, as the name implies. They're sold singly in a few different designs, including this new one from Turntable Training Wax, and in my opinion, they're an essential addition to any Portablism setup. So there you go, a look at a bunch of Portablism stuff which has hit the scene in recent months. I'm going to keep covering this Portablism stuff because it keeps coming thick and fast, and as far as I'm concerned, it is the most exciting thing that's happening in DJing right now. I love this real high technology stuff. I love CDJs and XDJs and controllers and all that kind of stuff. That's great, I love it, but Portablism is something different. It is back to basics, it is stripped down, it is innovative in a whole bunch of ways, and it's all about creativity. It's not about performance, it's about just being creative in your own space, musically and physically. And so yeah, big respect to everyone who's pushing the Portablism scene forward with new equipment, with new battle vinyl, and as long as they keep doing that, I'm going to keep covering it. Thank you for watching today. Make sure you subscribe for all our future tips, tricks and product reviews. I'll see you soon.